What is up, my lovely people in Blue Tablet Land? So for today's video, guys, I'm going to be drawing you all this cute little plumpy devil. If that's something you guys are interested in, stick around and let's get started. So instead of drawing him like an actual character, I figured I'd give him some sort of a potato kind of shape, because having that nice narrow looking head and that big old belly looking body at the bottom almost reminds me of also, what's his name, Mike Wazowski, if I've got that right, except he's got the big eye and this fellow has got two eyes. I mean, yes, I could have probably drawn him with one eye, but decided to keep it normal and just keep him with two big old eyes. But for this part, I figured I'd give him like some unusual type of glow for his pupil, and pretty much, as I said, just draw what comes to mind. And the reason I choose to do these rough sketches before the actual drawing, then it kind of keeps me on track when it comes to the whole time in the video. But today, being under the weather just like yesterday, it's a little interesting kind to record. So instead of giving him big horns, I just gave him these small itty bitty horns. And I think the whole character kind of is the opposite of what the usual is, or what most people would expect. Give him this big old stubby looking hands with no fingers or arms. Not arms, I'm sorry, fingers or thumbs. And then the good old pitchfork. And today, as I said, I've been pretty much sitting in my chair contemplating how I'm gonna make the video. And so what I did earlier in the morning is I kind of uploaded the video that's gonna come out at 8 p.m. tonight, my time. And I was like, man, if I feel like this the whole freaking day, this video is gonna just be one of those videos that's just not gonna kind of come out. And I was like, man, I gotta figure out some way, and I'm sorry for my sniffling, guys, I don't know how to get it out there, because that's been my character not my character, but that's been my way of doing things. When I promise something, I like to stick to it, and good old Mother Nature likes to throw a curveball in there. And anyway, I don't want to keep boring you guys about good old falling sick stories. And I figured for his tail, give it this nice little curvy shape with this kind of like almost like an arrow. And for the colors now over here, the red color that I chose is almost reminds me of the time when we had gone to B-dubs or BW3s, Buffalo Wild Wings in the US. And man, if you think they're hot wings, like the ones at the very end, the sauce is something you can handle, good gosh, it was a total surprise for me and my roommate, because we were like, hey, how hot could it possibly be? And I don't know if at the time it had something to do with devil or something in the whole text on the menu. And the hostess at the time, she was like, are you sure you want to get those? Because she's like, they're extremely hot. And my roommate was like, we got milk at home. And boy, when we got home and we undid the styrofoam, and the first whiff of that steam and a little bit of water vapor kind of hit your nose, you're like, whoa. And I was like, told my roommate, I was like, damn, dude. I was like, if the water vapor and the steam smells this bad, can you imagine how hot these wings are? Because what we'd usually do is on a Wednesday, we would go to this place, B-dubs, and they had something called 50 cents wings, which for anybody out there watching that went to university and school back in the, I want to say, early 2000s, somewhere in that era, that's kind of like the special they had. I don't know what they have it as right now, but yeah. Anyway, So that no, I kind of deviated. So this is something I did a little different with the shading, and all I did was just erase spots in the shadow area to create some sort of light, and then just make spots on the actual surface or the flat colors to signify some sort of a gradient, almost like a, what is that term that they used in t-shirt design? I'm trying to kind of drawing a blank right now. Gosh, anyway, I'm sure it'll probably come to me as always when I'm done with the video. But as I said, like, today's video is kind of like all over the freaking place. But yeah, for the highlights, I just chose the beige color as opposed to instead of the white. And I figured, like, that would give a nice shade to or a nice highlight to the devil and give him that nice glow kind of a look. Well, guys, I hope the people that are watching on and any of the new followers are having a fun time watching me draw this plumpy little devil. But as always, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this video up and say a special thanks to all of my followers again, and the new people logged on or signed on or watching on or whatever is YouTube's terms. And I hope you guys are better and feeling well wherever you guys are watching from. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.